Hey everyone, Aussie Viking here to do another video on Wonder Woman. Now, as I do this, it's been exactly 24 hours since I came back from the cinema since the film finished. I saw it on the 2nd of the 6th, 2017, and now it's the 3rd of the 6th, as you can tell. And I know it's weird to say that, but like it's kind of weird that 24 hours ago I actually saw it, and I'm still gushing over it because it is a damn fine film. Now, I've always liked the DC universe. I've always liked the Extended Universe, and while I still think the Ultimate Cut of BVS is still the best one in terms of complexity and darkness and stuff, which I like. Okay, I like that sort of stuff. If you hate it, that's fine. But for me, I personally like that. But Wonder Woman is fantastic. Second best DC film so far. Then Man of Steel, and then Suicide Squad. Didn't hate Suicide Squad. It's the worst. Not the worst, it's the weakest of the DC Universe and Cinematic Universe of Phase 1. But yeah, Wonder Woman, amazing, okay? Holy hell is it amazing. So, it's more... It retreads the Themyscira stuff, which is great. But it doesn't stay there for too long. It's like half an hour, 30, 40 minutes. And then we get of learning of Themyscira, learning of Diana growing up, and then, you know, Steve Trevor comes down and goes from there. Now, if you're a big Wonder Woman fan, the one thing they do omit is the whole a champion to make a champion. I was fine with that. It would have dragged on, truthfully, if they did that. So it's basically just like, okay, Diana's going to go out and help him out. Easy, right? But one thing I liked was Steve Trevor. I don't care for Steve Trevor at all in the comics, right? He's always like, oh, he crash lands, falls in love with some chick, yada, yada, yada. And in this film, their love doesn't blossom straight away. I mean, when he first sees her, he's like, oh, she's beautiful. But he doesn't go like, oh, I want to be with you. It basically happens over time. And when he realizes what she stands for, she goes, well, shit, you know, and then that stuff happens. And the relationship's done pretty well. But Steve Trevor in general is fantastic. He's very Indiana Jones-ish. He's a badass, but he's not over the top, you know. And Diana, one thing I liked about Diana was she's what Wonder Woman should be. Now, I liked how they did Batman. I liked how they did Man of Steel. But with everybody complaining, it makes sense that Wonder Woman more or less would be Wonder Woman from the get-go to an extent. She obviously becomes Wonder Woman in the end, the one we all know, sort of, and then the stuff happens, and then Batman v Superman. But she goes through that arc, and the arc is in one film. So with Batman and Man of Steel, Superman, their arcs happen in the first one, and they do change, but they're not quite there yet. And then the arcs will, you know, they have an arc in each film. In this one, it's basically one film, one arc for Wonder Woman, and then bam, she's the Wonder Woman we more or less know and love. And it's well done. It is. There's some great scenes. The action scenes are awesome. It's great to finally see Wonder Woman on screen. She's very empowering in like the first scene. You see her with like just take off her clothes and she's like got the armor on. She's ready for battle. It's just mind-blowingly beautiful. Like, oh, it was so good. And I'm so happy to see it. And what's one of the best things about it is it's not like I'm a powerful woman, screw all the men. No, no, no. This is exactly how they should do it. So in this, Wonder Woman, while very tough, she influences and says, no, we can fight. She pushes the people that are pulled back to fight. She doesn't run in and destroy a whole German army by herself. She has help because she influences these people and gives them hope. And that's exactly what they do. And it's fantastic. Overall plot's good too. Villains are interesting, but they're not the main focus. Like, I mean, they're definitely good. And they do see just some side stuff. But overall, I was like, I mean, they're good villains, though. Definitely better than some villains in, say, some Marvel films and stuff like that. Although, I'm not going to lie, I still think the best villain so far is Zod. For me, Zod is the best villain so far in the DC Cinematic Universe. Hopefully, Steppenwolf in Justice League can fix that, hopefully, because Steppenwolf's amazing. But yeah, overall, this is good. Now, one thing I think people might be annoyed at is the fact that when it ends, it doesn't exactly go on into the Justice League. So the Wonder Woman, you could watch it before you watch Man of Steel and all that, but the start of it happens after BVS, and the end of it obviously happens after BVS, but it doesn't end like you'd think, oh, Batman comes down and says, we need to make a team up. It doesn't seem to follow on from Justice League, at least from what we know so far. The end scene, which I'm not going to spoil obviously, but the end scene makes you kind of go, is this just a really cool end scene, or is this actually more onto what happens with Justice League? We'll have to find out later on, but so far it's interesting to see. And honestly, as a Batman Wonder Woman shipper, there's some good shit in it. Well, like at the start, it's pretty good. Like, and then at the end, there's some good stuff too. But it depends. I mean, yeah, it was just really good to see, because I think I think they could build a really good relationship. You know, love and power and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, overall, damn fine film. Like, it's a must see. And what's annoying is yesterday, being the second day it came out, I thought it would be packed. There was like 10, maybe 15 people in the whole cinema. The whole house is like 200, or well, about 100 probably. But yeah, like there was little people. There was like no one. But this film is deserving. This film deserves packed seats. It's that good. Like, there is not many bad stuff I could say, other than the fact that it doesn't really, if you're a big Wonder Woman fan, there are certain elements that they don't have, such as she's you know, the champion sort of thing, to take Steve back to human life, and then the possibility of it connecting to Justice League. We don't know yet, but yeah. But it's really good, and like the whole Diana coming in and trying to understand how like our lives are, civilian life and all that, and how everybody's different. It was pretty good too. And the overall themes about war are interesting, and how dark we are, and it's good. It's good. It's really, really good. I can't stop saying that, but it's a damn fine film, and it's I think it's a must watch. It is a must watch, and it's one of the best DC films they've made, and overall it's a must have, right? And yeah, there isn't much more I can say. It's just that damn good. Anyway, I don't know when now, here's the thing. I do not know when this video is going to come out. So for my channel, I try to do at least 2 a week. Now, today, as I'm making this, I recently uploaded the how to have fixed matchmaking in Star Wars Battlefront. So that's 3 I've done this week. So if this comes out on the Monday, well, at Australian time, which it might be Sunday for anybody else if they're from across the world, then yeah. But yeah, as I make this, it's like a day after I've seen it. I wanted to like wait on it to see if I had any other thoughts come up. But no, honestly, overall, damn fine film. I actually want to see it again. I hope I can see it again, because I mean, it depends. I really want to see, I like seeing movies with people, and it depends if, you know, some people just don't want to go because they're unfortunately people that hate the DC Cinematic Universe. I actually had somebody do a review of it, and she's like, it's alright. And she had like a complaint that, oh, they don't explain this, and they literally explain it, like, they don't verbally explain it, but it's literally a note at the start of the film that explains the problems she had with the film. Wholeheartedly, completely. And she didn't see it, but she's a Marvel fan, so whatever. Anyway, just so you know, it all comes together, verbally or visually. It comes together. So if you're a big Marvel fan, you're like, oh, I don't think it's gonna be a good film, or you're trying to think of ways to say it's got faults, more faults than you think it should have or does have. A lot of it's explained. Okay. Anyway, Aussie Viking out. See you in Valor. Bye.